Hi guys. Let me try and let's go slightly higher, shall we? We need to be this high. All right, let me get a different box. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to join me. We're going to raise you up. So I hope you're well. Now let's see, make sure this isn't too high. Soon find out. Okay, that's better. That works. Let's go a bit behind, so I'm sort of looking at you. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's go a bit further back so I'm not too near. Don't want to get too close to my ugly face. Bit that there. Let's go back a little bit more. My new hi Michelle, how we going? So I think it's going to be an interesting live. I've got a good hour. Got me a cup of tea. It's a bit more echoey in here, which I don't think really matters. So I've told my wife to give me 1 hour, and then I've got to go shopping and walk the dogs. I've got my props in place. Always have my books in place. I call them my props. So you can see them in the background there. Okay. What can we do to we need a few minutes for people to latch on. I'm going to just message a few people. I have been reading a few of the comments on the 24-hour chat, you guys. So I've just been for a run and I went for a walk. So what I tend to do is do a long live, then I'll go for a run, walk dogs, do a bit of weightlifting. Yeah, so then I don't feel like I'm sat down too much. And I do that basically every day. So let's tell, who do we always tell? We tell Deborah. Deborah, wake up. Then you are on my list. Now, Darby Shaw, her Facebook page, which is amazing. We're going to cover some stuff on there today. I have told her. There's some pretty good stuff on there, guys. Pretty good. I do read Darby Shaw's Facebook page, which I highly recommend anyone watching, guys. Darby Shaw on Facebook. I would say probably the best Facebook page in the world, I would say. Hi, Karen. Hope you're well. We've got a few things to go over. I'm just going to let a few more people know we're live. Just gives people a chance to join us. You don't always get the notifications. It's that simple. I try my best to make sure everyone gets them, but not so easy, guys. Not so easy. So we've told a few. Let's have a look. I don't need to tell Misha because she's already here. Let's have a look. We'll tell Renee. We will tell Nessa. Nessa, he joins us sometimes. He does some very interesting information. Hi, Angel. So it's gonna be a few serious topics today or in the next hour. I'm gonna try to not get too distracted. I'm gonna try and focus on two topics, which isn't always easy. Philomena hasn't been on for a while. Philomena, where are you? What's happened to you? People come and go. I have noticed with these with Team Elvis, people come and go. They have periods where they're on every day and then they sort of go quiet and then they come back again. Everyone's always welcome, of course. Let's have a look. Now, I do like it when you guys friend request each other, and then that way It just makes it a bit easier, really, just so that a few more of you get on the chats. Because let's face it, the chats are more interesting when there's more of you on. That's what I've always thought. Okay. I think I might just play one video, and we'll play one video, and then we'll start on the topic. I hope you've got a cup of tea ready, guys. Let's have a look. Where are we? So I do tend to store up videos. Let's play this one for this. An old one that I made. I haven't watched it. It's an old one I made about a year ago. Let's hear what it says.
It's hurtful for a man who has given so much to have others pick him apart. He'll die, defending him and his legacy because he deserved it.
Oh, that's actually funny.
It's hurtful for a man who has given so much to have others pick him apart. He'll die, defending him and his legacy because he deserved it.
Oh my God. I forgot I made that. She said she'll die defending Elvis and his legacy. I mean, that is just laughable. That's one of the funniest things. I didn't even know that it was going to play that. It just came up. Right, what else? Come on, let's see what else comes up, just for fun.
Louis, at defending Elvis Presley, fans want the truth. Can I just say one thing to you? What if everything you've ever heard about Elvis Presley isn't true? What if you've been misled, even lied to?
Elvis went back to America, was released from the service. You stayed in Germany. When you were 15, he says, come live with me in Memphis. And your parents said, okay. Elvis controlled your looks, your clothes, your hair, your makeup. He controlled you totally. Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm. I was definitely under a spell of what I thought was love.
Please don't be fooled, guys. Priscilla was nearly 18 when she moved to America and nearly 22 when they first had sex. Watch Defending Elvis Presley, Fans Want the Truth, on YouTube, the live streams, and find out our truth. Thanks, guys.
It's funny because now we think she was nearly 22 when they had sex because that's what she told us. Yeah. We've now found out from the book From Here to the Great Unknown that it's not even true. So even that isn't true. So funny, guys, funny. Right. So I want to play a couple more because I want to give a few more people a chance to join us. I actually find it quite interesting. Come on, let's listen to this. This will make you laugh.
With his mom and dad, and he fell in love with it as well as his mom and dad. It was kind of a gift to his mother. They were very, very poor, and this was his way of, giving her something that she always wanted, a beautiful home.
I know that video. That's the video where she says that Graceland was the first home that Elvis bought, which we know is not true. So I'm just passing time just to let people join us. What else can we play? I just find do you know what? I go through these videos and I made a lot of them I made so many years ago. I sort of forget I made them. Elvis talking about life.
Morning, guys. Absolutely love this short clip at Defending Elvis Presley, Fans Want the Truth. Let's watch it together. Thanks, guys.
I've experienced a lot of the different phases in life. I've experienced happiness and loneliness, the wealthy side of life, the average side of life, not having anything, but not knowing what it's like to have anything. So, tragedy, like losing my mother while I was in the Army, and Although I think that things like that, as tragic as they are, tend to make you a little better human being, really. Because you learn more about yourself. It gives you a better understanding of yourself as well as other people.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Morning, guys. Absolutely.
I love that. It's beautiful, that is.
Hi, guys. Louis at Defending Elvis Presley. A great question. Priscilla Presley, did you like Colonel Tom Parker? Let's hear what she has to say.
The Colonel. Will we like the Colonel at the end of all of this, do you think? Or do you like the Colonel or not? You see, because there's that big divide about the Colonel. Was he manipulative? Did he hold Elvis back? What was your view of the Colonel?
I personally have had nothing but good experiences with the Colonel. I knew, listen, he was a human being. He was in fear that someone would grab Elvis and Elvis would go, to them, which is Hollywood, and that does happen. I am mixed, honestly, about how he handled Elvis. He was more of a promoter, not really a manager.
Yes,
a manager really has to do what their artists want. And there was, Colonel had other ideas because he was about making the money for the artists.
Well, that's it. Let's hear your opinion, guys, of what you think of her reply. Please comment. Hi, guys. Louis at Defending.
Now, do you know what? It's no surprise that she got on very well with the Colonel and really liked him. I actually think her and the Colonel were up to no good. Seriously, guys, I think they were up to no good and Elvis didn't even know it. How many of you know that after Elvis died, that Priscilla wanted Colonel Tom Parker to carry on being in charge of Graceland's? How many people know that? Unfortunately for her, others disagreed, so it never happened. Right, I'm gonna play a couple more, and then we're gonna start what my topic is. So I just want to give. I still think we should wait for a couple more people to join us. I'm so disappointed with YouTube that no one's being notified. This is like just wrong. Right. No one's coming in here. I'm busy. My room for 1 hour. Right, so we're going to play one more thing. Let's have a look. And then I'm going to start. I was hoping.
Wounds were seen to her chest.
Right, this is.
This at the gold.
Now, this can be quite interesting. A bit heartbreaking. But I found this video and it talks about how what happened on the day that poor Lisa Marie died. Okay, guys, so it can be a bit upsetting. I'm not going to play all of it, just a bit of it. Okay, guys? Right.
This for you, because it took me a long time to make sense of it for myself. So it says on the name, first, last, middle name, Lisa Marie Presley, which is Bolu is Priscilla Presley's maiden name. So it's just interesting that she would have that name on her death certificate. But Lisa Marie Presley, normal address 5925 Normandy Drive in Calabasas, California. And she passed away at the West Hills Hospital and Medical Center on Medical Center Drive in West Hills, California. The autopsy report, this is the verbalization of the case done by a sergeant, homicide sergeant, Detective Takashima. And it takes place at the West Hills Hospital Medical Center. And the daughter was notified. That would probably be Riley Keough, Lisa Marie's oldest daughter. Lisa Marie was last seen 2 days before this at the Golden Globe Awards when the movie about her father, Elvis, was being shown at the Golden Globes. And most people commented when they saw her, they were sort of surprised that at her appearance, because she did not look healthy during that, and she wouldn't last probably a little over 48 hours at that point is when she'd be gone. Now it says, according to investigators' case assignment form, on January 12, 2023 at 5:31 from West Hills Medical Center reported an apparent accident versus natural death of Lisa Marie Presley to investigator Ryan Benavides Perez. It was reported that the decedent, from now on, if you hear me say decedent, we're talking about Lisa Marie. She had a history of depression, anxiety, CVA, which is a cerebral vascular accident, and substance abuse. And it has in parenthesis a subtext, that drug that came up in Matthew Perry's autopsy not that long ago. She was found unresponsive at home and cardiac arrest. A return of spontaneous circulation was achieved, and her stomach was severely distended. An x-ray showed ischemia, ileus, which is I've written this down. It describes a variety of conditions that occur when blood flow to your intestines decreases. Ischemia can be due to fully or partially blocked blood vessel, usually an artery, or low blood pressure leading to an overall reduced blood flow. Intestinal ischemia can affect your small intestine, your large intestine, that would be your colon, or both. And ileus also is the lack of movement in the intestines, providing blockage of food. So the stuff that goes in is supposed to come out the other end, but it didn't. It was blocked.
Horrible.
And she went back into cardiac arrest, and death was pronounced. The toxicology was positive for acetaminophen, which is like a Tylenol, like a painkiller of some sort. The detective homicide sergeant says, I was assigned this case at 9:15 on the 13th, the next morning. Forensic attendant Gus Valdivia transported the decedent from the hospital to the medical examiner at 10:10 a.m. the next day. The location, again, the West Hills Hospital Center. There was no,
very sad.
Under injury, they have to report any injuries. This is unknown. Reported history of over-medicating. On the morning of January 12, 2023, the decedent was not feeling well and had complaints of abdominal pain. Her ex-husband then took her children to school, and when he returned, he found her unresponsive.
Hi, Pat.
He called 911 and began CPR.
Hello, County Fire Operator 55. What's the address of emergency?
We don't know what this is. How
about? Yes, but the closest street on the corner is
I don't know. It's what is it here? I really don't know. It's in that.
Okay, ma'am, I'm sure this is that correct?
No, it's not. Oh, no.
Ma'am, is there someone else there with you right now?
Yes, he's trying to.
Okay, can you hand him the phone? Because I can hear him a little bit better than I can hear you.
Hi, hello.
Okay, sir, listen, paramedics are already on the way, so that they need to get in there? No, there's a security gate on the neighborhood, but on the side of the truth. Okay, Ken. Okay, just want to make sure I have the right location. I have no idea where they're at right now. So over. I think they're here. Okay.
Yummy, corny pasties.
Okay. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
She was transported to the hospital where death was later pronounced. Per the initial deputies at the scene, no obvious paraphernalia or narcotics were found. She had no reported recent injuries or accidents. She had no known medical history. She reportedly had a history of unspecified drug use in the past and had been sober for the past few years. Foul play is not suspected.
Interesting, Elaine.
On the 12th, she was found unresponsive by her ex-husband at approximately 10:15, after about approximately 10 to 15 minutes of downtime. The ex-husband called 911. I know this is repetitive, but I'm reading the document. Paramedics arrived at the scene in approximately 10 minutes, and were able to achieve the return of spontaneous circulation. She was transported to the hospital via ambulance and arrived at 11:21 a.m.
Turn the light on.
She was seen to have a severely distended abdomen, which was rigid. While in the emergency room, the decedent went into VFib arrest at 12:28 and again at 1:01 p.m. After a return of spontaneous circulation was achieved, a temporary pacemaker was inserted at 1:15. 1:15 p.m. She was then admitted to the ICU for further management. A head CT showed evidence of severe anoxic brain injury. Now, that is the loss of oxygen. And they always say, you know, if you lose oxygen, if you stop breathing, you'll get brain damage. It usually takes a few minutes. They say around 4 minutes for that to happen. But after 4 minutes of no oxygen to the brain, it starts breaking down, thus brain damage. A CT of the chest, abdomen, and pelvis showed a very distended abdomen, concerning for ileus, which is, again, that lack of movement of the waste going through, which should be going out the other end and just wasn't. A urine toxicology screen was negative. The decedent was also found to have severe metabolic acidosis, or that's way too much acid in her system. Her condition continued to decline, and she went into cardiac arrest at 4:48 p.m. Despite all resuscitative measures, she was pronounced dead on January 12, 2023 at 5:08 p.m. And this is, again, the detective writing this down. Via telephone, I spoke with the daughter, and she provided the following information. The decedent, Lisa Marie, had a history of issues with her blood sugar and blood pressure. She was taking medications for her blood pressure. The decedent had cosmetic surgery a few months prior and was prescribed opiates after.
Hi, Debbie.
She later developed an infection and was admitted to the hospital. She was again prescribed opiates. She was then later prescribed a new medication so she could be taken off the opiates.
That's amazing.
The decedent had a history of over-medicating. She was known to forget that she had taken her medications and would take them again. The decedent had a history of alcohol abuse and illicit drug use in the past. She had reportedly been clean from both since 2015. She smoked a pack of cigarettes a day. She had experienced issues with constipation for years. She also had a distended abdomen for years. The decedent had complained of abdominal pain for the past few months. She did not seek medical attention. She also had complaints of feeling feverish and vomiting and/or feeling nauseated for months. On the morning of January 12, 2023, she had complaints of severe abdominal pain. The family has no suspicion of this being a suicide. The scene description, death had occurred at a hospital, therefore no coroner scene investigation occurred. So if they were at home, if she died at home, you would naturally look around the room to see if something happened, pill bottles or weapons or whatever. Since it was in the hospital, they didn't have to do that.
Oh, that's good, Elaine.
The body examination. She is an adult Caucasian female who was viewed on a table at the Forensic Science Center. She was nude. Multiple medical appliances were seen in place, including an endotracheal tube, EKG patches. There was an IV on the top of her right hand, central line, right femoral line, urinary catheter. Bandages were seen on her left antecubital fossa. That would be her elbow, basically, probably an injection, and right middle finger. Apparent superficial wounds were seen to her chest and back. Purplish discoloration was noted to the right, the elbow, be the right elbow. Her abdomen was distended. She was noted to be incontinent of her bowels. Apparent healed scars were observed to her breasts. A tattoo of an unknown design were seen to her right inner wrist. And the words Ben, twice, her son's name, Ben, 2 times in a row, was tattooed on her left hand. There were no obvious signs of trauma seen.
That's okay, Pamela.
Her son, who ended his
life
haven't
started yet.
a couple of years before this. She was visually identified.
Let me just pause that. I have to welcome AM Vintage. I thought you might come on. Is it Adam or Maria? Guys, AM Vintage are on. Of course, I have to welcome them. I posted on TikTok, just wondering if they would join, because they released a little clip on TikTok. So I thought I'll just post a little thing just in case they join us. So AM Vintage, welcome, guys. Let's say hello to AM Vintage. We love their channel. Yeah, you just saw it. Welcome. You're very welcome, my friends. Is it Adam or Maria? Have I got the names right? Or is it both of you? Yeah, you're both very welcome. Say hello, guys, to AM Vintage. It's okay. We love your channel, my friend. We love your channel. Guys, do you know AM Vintage? Do you know them? Do you watch their channel? Let's just, so we're just sort of chilling out a bit. We do have quite an interesting topic to come up. I'm going to read about. We were just listening to Lisa Marie's the day she died, and there's some autopsy details. So we were just going through that. We were waiting for people to join us. That's it, guys. Now, just in case you guys don't know who AM Vintage is, of course, I'm going to let you know who they are. So just so you know, it is 3:16 p.m. in the UK. There's only about 20 of us on at the moment. We tend to find that it takes a good half an hour for people to jump on. Eventually, we get quite a good number of people on. We are Team Elvis, and we are an Elvis channel, but we are also a defending Elvis channel as well. So we do all topics covering anything Elvis. Could be anyone that Elvis met, like Muhammad Ali or Tom Jones or Neil Diamond. But we also do the defending Elvis thing. And we defend the whole bloodline, not just Elvis. We defend Lisa Marie, as well as Finley, Riley, and Harper, Benjamin, and Gladys and Vernon. We do it all. So we are busy. So let me just get AM Vintage's channel up, which I am definitely a big fan of AM Vintage, guys, big time. And I did watch recently. I watched this interview. So AM Vintage. Is it one of you or both? You're both here. Hi, Maria. Can I ask you what nationality you are? My parents are Greek Cypriot. I can see that Maria isn't English, I don't think, or American. I'm Greek Cypriot. My parents were Greek Cypriots. Do you mind me asking what you were? So I watched this the other day.
Yeah, I wish. But like they always say, like, if you're a big Elvis fan, they don't like to hire those big Elvis.
This is what I watched the other day. But I want to read your channel just to let guys here know what you guys are all about. I hope you don't mind me just putting you on the spot just for a minute, but I always like it when a channel joins us. I do like to just give the people here a chance to know what you do. So you are obviously American, Mexican. Adam is American, right? Okay, and so Maria is a really common Greek name, Greek Cypriot name. And I was born in England, but both my parents are from Cyprus. So Maria is one of the most popular names. Elaine is a Brit. Of course you are. Oh, guys, their channel is so good. So good. Now I'm going to read out what they do for you. They've got a lot of subscribers, of course, because they're good. Yeah. So just so you know, guys, this is AM Vintage. Hello, everyone who's looking to go back in time with us. This channel provides entertainment for all those who love vintage collecting, retro pop culture, comedy, movies from the 50s to the 90s, music and traveling. We also dedicate this channel to Elvis Presley and are proud to showcase our awesome collection to you. So come along with us on an exciting journey to the past. Please don't forget to like, share, and click notifications. Please subscribe. And they are also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And they have had, Adam, Maria, you have had 5,000,000 591,541 views. So nearly, you're shooting to 6 million views. You should be very proud, very proud. Am I embarrassing you enough? So, right, so let's just let the guys give a chance to say hello to you. So just so you know, I'm 57. My name's Louis. I've been an Elvis fan since I was 4. So I've been an Elvis fan for like 53 years. I have a special reason why I defend Elvis. I feel that he saved me. You don't have to appreciate things, Adam, Maria. We just love your channel. You're just good guys. You're nice guys. You're just lovely guys through and through. And I am just like you guys. I am obsessed with vintage. Adam, I've got a 1967 Volkswagen split screen. Do you know what that is? I restore Volkswagen vehicles, air-cooled vehicles. So I restore all classic cars. So I've done a lot of Beetles, a lot of camper vans, a lot of split screens. It's my hobby. I restore cars. That's what I do for fun. And I love old cars from the 50s, 60s, 70s. I love anything old. Anything old, I love it. Even music. I like 40s music, 50s music, 60s music. I'm a big obviously Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack, but I also like Bing Crosby, Judy Garland. Now the number one loves of my life music wise, obviously Elvis is at the top. Then we've got the Beatles. I'm even a Michael Jackson fan, but I also love Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. I love all the Motown stuff. Even when it comes to furniture, I like retro everything. It's in my blood. It's the way I'm wired. I've always been like that. I was like that even as a teenager. So we've got a lot more in common than you think. Do I have a bit? Well, I was going to say I've been out driving one today. Let's have a look. I'll give you. I actually do. I have a restoration channel that is on my links on my YouTube channel. So if you go to my links, I've got the video restoration channel that shows me restoring these classic vehicles. But the one I'm driving at the moment, I'll show you. Let's have a look. I've obviously got a million pictures on it, but the one I'm driving at the moment, the 1967, is I've been restoring classic cars for about 20 years. I got to find it. I got so many pictures on my. Let me see if I can find it. Now, we always have a cup of tea or a coffee when we're chatting. That's it, guys. Right, I'm just looking now. I've actually got thousands of pictures of my classic cars, but you've got to find them. Let's have a look. Maybe it's easier to go to the channel. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the channel. I'm going to go to the channel. I'm going to show you. And then I've got quite an interesting topic to talk about today. So I call it, here we go. Let's see if I can find an old video of me trying to fix my cars. So I also have, I'm on a special diet called keto, Keto. So that is one of my passions because I restored my health. I restored my health through, through my diet.
So this is sort of like part 3, but so it's still doing the popping and missing and flooding and starvation. I've changed.
Let me see if I can get one that's got that shows that. I'll see if I got one that shows the vehicle. But here we go.
Let's do a little short of the 1967 Volkswagen split screen. Having fun on the beach. Let's do a little short of the 1967 Volkswagen split screen.
It's fun, guys. It's fun. I mean, I've done a lot of Beatles. I even did a Herbie. Do we like Herbie? Let's see. I'll show you the Herbie. I'm showing off stuff now, ain't I? Right, here we are. My Herbie. It's all fun, guys. It's all fun. If you drive a classic car, you literally feel like you've traveled back in time. That is how much I love driving classic cars. People, unless you like retro things, classic things. Let's do that.
They have area, obviously the engine.
Right, let's try and show you a video of my.
The gearbox was the window winder mechanism.
Let's see if I can get
and the floor pans.
I did it. I actually bought a Volkswagen Beetle, but once that was in complete little pieces.
Hi everyone, this is day 2 again.
Well, let's find one that is better. I need to get one that's a bit clearer. If you got, here we go.
Hi guys, welcome back to the project. I've got the rear bumper on, obviously the boot lid as well. Look how good it looks. I absolutely love it. Next job is getting the steering column on and the steering wheel on so I can move it about. Thanks all.
Just pure fun, guys, pure fun. Right, we're going to get on with the topic now. I'm sorry if I've missed any comments. You love your convertible. All old cars, we love them. Right, now let's get on with the topic, guys. So I really thank Adam and Maria for just quickly joining us. It means a lot to me. Love it that they chat to you guys. Yeah, I just love it. Yeah. So right, let's get on to the topic. Now we've got one of the things I wanted to read out is we've got the situation with, let me get the book out. Quite a serious topic, guys. From here, the book From Here to the Great Unknown. Now, everyone's talking about the alleged allegations against Michael Edwards. Now, everything I say now is for entertainment purposes, just an opinion, our opinions. It can get a bit serious. So please understand that this is just a show for entertainment. But people are very upset about these allegations that were in the book from Lisa's tapes that she put on 16 tapes. She did ask Riley to help her finish the book, probably not expecting to die, God rest her soul. Riley fulfilled her promise, has finished the book, put thousands of hours in, finished the book, and then spent months promoting the book, and it's now a bestseller. Riley made sure that she kept in the book the allegations, the alleged allegations of Michael Edwards. She also kept it in the book that she felt that Priscilla had been, how can I say it, hadn't been the type of mother someone should be to their child. Yeah. So Priscilla had been neglectful, put her career first, put her future first. We've got strong views about the fact that Lisa Marie went into Scientology. We're upset with Priscilla. We feel that she neglected her daughter. We also feel that very concerned about these allegations towards Michael Edwards. We feel that the authorities need to look into them, even though it was many years ago, many decades ago. We feel that nothing has been done and then it's been swept under the carpet. Yeah. And yes, obviously we know that it was in the book. Everyone's talking about it. We, the Elvis fans, have been talking about it on all different Elvis channels. Yeah, we're very upset about these allegations, these alleged allegations. Yeah. So it's not hard to find loads of information on YouTube now from Elvis channels complaining about what may have happened to Lisa Marie. So I've been scouting around and I found Darby Shaw. Now, Darby Shaw is a very, very well-known researcher. Very, very well-known. It's a bit blurry, but it's D-A-R-B-Y-S-H. I'm not sure if it's going to focus it. It's DARBYSHAW. And let me see if I go further back. It might, here we are. You can see it a bit better there. Now, she is a brilliant researcher. Brilliant. I highly trust everything Darby says. And she's put something together here just to give us an idea of what proof we have that this alleged abuse may have happened. We have to say it's alleged. We have to, because we're not the police. We're not a court of law. We are just YouTubers. Yeah, that's all we are. Elvis fans. So I'm going to read it out. Right, you guys are obviously chatting. Sorry that any comments that I've missed, I'm very sorry. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so for everyone that wants to use the oh so honorable Howard Stern interview as evidence to discount Lisa's book and claim of SA abuse by Michael Edwards. So obviously some people have picked up on certain interview with Howard Stern. Howard Stern, guys, Howard Stern gets a big thumbs down from me. I don't like the way that he interviewed Lisa Marie way back. I just thought it was not right. Yeah. So, but anyway, what Darby has done, she's put together from her point of view, the evidence that she feels that we have to show that there was abuse, alleged abuse. But so I'm going to read out what she has said. I can only assume that you have never been or known anyone that has experienced SA or abuse as a child. Not only do a lot of victims feel shame, but also feel false and guilt. In Lisa's case, she was actually asked by Priscilla, "What did you do?" as if to imply that Lisa had caused it. The lack of empathy is astounding. However, let's look at it judiciously. Now, remember, this is Darcy Shaw's words, yeah? Lisa Marie claimed that Michael Edwards SA abused her as a child. I'm going to say SA because I know that YouTube don't really like me using that word, yeah? Evidence. Here we go. Remember, this is Darby Shaw's. Okay, guys? Lisa Marie verbally recorded for her memoir this personal childhood trauma with the idea that she would be alive to defend her story in any interviews, and knowing that Michael Edwards was still alive and could sue her for slander and for defamation if it could be proven. Not true. The victim testifies. So I hope you got your teas, guys. I'll tell you what, I'm so chuffed that AM Vintage joined us. Really, honestly, guys, it means everything to me. I love it. I love it when Elvis channels or vintage channels join us. Brilliant. Michael Edwards admits to the following: the Scientology process of getting clear when he is being honest with himself and going on to admit his P intentions towards Lisa. So you know what I mean, guys. I won't use the word because I don't want to. Then that he knew it was wrong and the battle he had within his own head about it. He documented this confession in his book. And you know what, guys, the book, if you want to read the book, go to the 24-hour chat that we have on Defending Elvis Presley's Facebook page, and there is a PDF or a link to the book Priscilla, Elvis and Me. If you really want to read it for yourself, what went on with Priscilla and Michael Edwards and Lisa and Michael Edwards' sick thoughts towards Lisa, it's there. It's all free on the 24-hour chat. Michael Edwards admits to the following Scientology process of getting clear when he is being honest with himself and goes to admit his something intentions that he knew was wrong. It's basically a confession in his book, isn't it? Number 3. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Cherie. Hi, Helen. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Lisa's statements about being left alone with Michael and spending more time with him than her mother is a match to what Michael said in his book. Research shows Children who live with a single parent that has a live-in partner are at the highest risk. They are 20 times more likely to be victims of SA than children living with both biological parents. Michael wrote in his book about dressing Lisa up in Priscilla's clothes and taking pictures of her. It's just sick, isn't it, guys? Come on. He talks about going into her bedroom. He talks about thinking about how could Priscilla not see that he had fallen in love with Lisa. Number 4, Lisa showed signs of emotional and physical and SA abuse in her behavior that were described by her mother as being a difficult child. Lisa's behavior included lost interest in school, difficulty in relationships, isolation, premature interest in drug use, and other rebellious behavior. Her behavior can also indicate emotional neglect, and some would say that acting out was an attention-seeking behavior. I think that's basically saying that her way of dealing with this horrible alleged behavior from Michael Edwards, Priscilla's boyfriend, was turning to drugs, boys, rebellious behavior, attention-seeking behavior at a very young age, a very, very young age, 11, 12, So I know this is a very serious topic, guys, but I don't think we could ignore it. I think we have to cover it. So reasoning it's reasonable to assume that Lisa Marie was being truthful in her account of Michael Edwards and that he was being honest about his feelings in his book. It is consistent with well-researched, documented case study of children that have experienced abuse. In a court of law, there would be an expert witnesses in this area of child abuse to provide their expert opinion. I am sure that the defense would offer counter evidence of the Howard Stern interview. Now, we know about the Howard Stern interview. She basically spoke about what was happening to her. I don't think she said his name, but she did talk about it, didn't she, guys? Yeah? Come on, guys. You know, for entertainment purposes, we know it happened, don't we? Yeah? For entertainment purposes, just an opinion. I am sure that the defense would offer counter evidence of the Howard Stern interview, at which time a judge will be able to identify Lisa Marie's uncomfortable body language and resistance to answer certain questions that were handled with such disrespect that they were vile. They may even call Michael Edwards, as he is biased daughter, to give testimony with a new revised version of the story, at which time eyes would roll and rebuttal witnesses would be called. Now, remember, this just says opinion and speculation of Darby Shaw. In conclusion, if you are going to suggest that Lisa Marie Presley was less than truthful in her book, Michael Edwards' behavior, please provide credible evidence that is clear and convincing. And then she says where her opinions come from. She on her Facebook page, she lists where she got these different bits of information. So right, so guys, we've covered this a few times. Now I can see what Darby's doing, who I highly respect, and I thank Darby Shaw. I thank you so much that we're doing this. I did let Darby know that we were going to be using some of her stuff from her Facebook page. I think what Darby is worried about is what we're all worried about, that it's all getting swept under the carpet. She's worried that people, probably Priscilla fans, no offense to Priscilla fans, but I do feel sometimes with the Priscilla fans that they have fallen for the fairy tale. I'm going to get my prop out. This book, this beautiful romance that went wrong because Elvis took drugs and was unfaithful. They've fallen for this. I always show this picture the Priscilla fans, I'm not being offensive to Priscilla fans. I just feel that you've been misled. I feel you've been spoon-fed lies for decades, and you just can't see the truth. I think, and I understand it because it's been 40 years, but this picture, beautiful Priscilla, handsome Elvis. Yeah, you've fallen for that. I really believe that the Priscilla fans really can't get away. Let me just show you some more images. You can't get away from the nice bits, the pretty bits, the cute bits. Let me just show you another cute bit. Yeah, you see this. When you think about, this is what I think about Priscilla fans, and I'm not being offensive. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful to Priscilla people, because you are very welcome on here, so we can change your mind. Yeah, but I really think that the Priscilla fans are still almost like in a time warp, where they still go, oh right, yeah, they met in 1959 and they fell in love and they quickly got married, and you know, she moved into Graceland, they got married, they had a baby, everything was lovely, but then Elvis was unfaithful, Elvis took drugs, and that ended everything. Yeah, the Priscilla fans tend to think that. I would also say the non-Elvis fans, the general public, are the same. They have this image of Elvis and Priscilla and the beautiful wedding that all went wrong because Elvis was unfaithful, took drugs, yeah, got fat, died on the toilet. Say what you want. And if you go up to any stranger that isn't really an Elvis fan and you mention Elvis, they will say that. They will say exactly what I've just said to you. Everything was Elvis' fault. Priscilla was a victim. Elvis ruined things by being unfaithful and taking drugs and getting overweight. Yeah, but they're wrong. The reason they're wrong is because they haven't done the research. Now, why would they? The non-Elvis fans have no reason to do any research. They may as well believe what is being repeated again and again and again on biographies, documentaries, on movies like Sofia Coppola's movie, even Baz Luhrmann's movie, yeah, which is okay, says the same thing. Don't it really? Come on, guys. I know that Austin Butler, we all love him. He did a great job. The movie was a massive success. It reintroduced a younger generation to Elvis movies, didn't it? To Elvis Presley, yeah? But that film basically repeated what's in this book, didn't it? That film still basically repeated what's in this book, more or less. Yes, it was more pizzazz. It showed, you know, the 70s, the 68 comeback. It showed, you know, Graceland. It showed all the glamorized part of Elvis and Priscilla and the Memphis Mafia and Colonel Tom Parker. Yeah. But the truth is, it still followed this timeline, this story, which is a book. This is a book of lies. This book is a rewriting of history. This was Priscilla's version to reinvent the truth, and she took it. Priscilla was divorced, was unfaithful, had ripped Elvis off on a second divorce settlement, ripped him off, yeah? Priscilla humiliated Elvis when she went off with Mike Stone, the karate champion. So this wasn't written by a widow. This wasn't written by a woman that was still married to him when he died, because that's the impression that Priscilla gives, is that she was still married to him when he died. Yeah, well, she wasn't. When she wrote this book, Elvis had been dead for at least 4 years. Yeah. So Elvis couldn't defend himself. Elvis couldn't get up and go, that isn't true. That isn't true. Elvis couldn't do it. He was dead. God rest his soul. So Priscilla has been able to write a book from her point of view, her version, that had no involvement of Elvis at all. Elvis had not one word of say. Almost all of this book may be a lie. Now, I'm not stupid. Some of the things in this book are probably correct, yeah? But every single thing in this book, it's possible, are not correct. Everything, yeah? So the point I'm trying to get at, guys, is that poor Elvis, who's, God rest his soul, who died way back, yeah, 1977, yeah, and all these things have been said about him by his ex-wife who divorced him, who was unfaithful. She's the reason they divorced. She was unfaithful. I won't whitewash Elvis. Elvis was naughty as well. I'll be honest, yeah. So Elvis can't jump up and go, I'm going to defend myself. You know, oh, cool. I didn't do that. This never happened. That's not fair. Can't do any of it. We all have to go, blah, blah, blah. So Priscilla fans, please do some more research. Please just re-look into things. You're very welcome here. We want to change your mind. We want to make you see the light. Yeah. So to end that topic, I'm going to start reading your comments. I haven't got much longer. It's in the book. Lisa Marie, it's in the book. Riley kept it in the book. Michael Edwards, alleged allegations. It's there. Black and white. It's a massive bestseller around the world. Amazon bestseller. The New York Times bestseller. Yeah. Is it Oprah's Book of the Week, whatever it is? Yeah. Yeah. It's all there. Lisa's own words. It's as true as it gets, in my opinion. Riley Keough did her job. She made this book. She finished this book. She promoted it around the world. She did the book tour. This is probably, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes, true. So the authorities, the police, whoever has any kind of power, please do your job. Please look into these accusations against Michael Edwards, alleged accusations, and do your job, and let's get justice for Lisa Marie Presley, please. Now, I say this to all of you watching now. If this was your daughter, you'd want the truth out. If this was your daughter, you'd want the truth out. We also want Priscilla investigated for how she was as a parent to Priscilla. Now, I don't hate Priscilla. This is not a Priscilla hate channel. I'm not trying to stir up hate, but she must be held accountable for what Lisa Marie went through from the age of 10 at the hands, allegedly, of Priscilla's boyfriend. We know that Priscilla put her career first, her self-gain first, money first, ambition first, fame first, spotlight first. She put herself before her daughter. Come on. We all know that's wrong. We all know that Priscilla should have put Lisa first. Now, remember, Priscilla dragged Lisa Marie away from Elvis when she ran off with Mike Stone. How old was she? I don't even know the age. 4? So at 4 years old, this poor girl that was very close to her father, Elvis, Lisa Marie, worshipped her father, loved living at Graceland, had had a beautiful life up until Priscilla walked out on Elvis. That Lisa Marie had had a fairy tale life, loved life. Life was great. It was perfect. What happens? Priscilla, for the second time, runs off with Mike Stone, has a secret affair with him for a year, first behind Mike Stone's wife, who was pregnant, who also had a small girl. She has a secret affair with him. It all comes out. Some even say that it was Lisa Marie that caught them being unfaithful. Caught them. A few have said that to me now. And an earthquake happens at Graceland or wherever they're living. I don't actually know where they were living at the time. And Lisa Marie is dragged away from her father, Elvis Presley, from her home because Priscilla wants to run off with another man. Bonk another man. And then before you know it, at the age of around 4, Lisa Marie is living in another man's house. She's not with her father. Elvis Presley is massively humiliated in all the tabloids, magazines, the news articles. This public marriage, this public birth, the most famous marriage that has ever happened, is over. Priscilla has demanded a divorce. Elvis didn't have a say. Priscilla was having a divorce, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. And the reverberations, the knock-on effect from Priscilla running off with Mike Stone, yeah? But don't forget, Priscilla was also unfaithful with Steve Peck, the dance instructor, months after Lisa was born, 10 months after the wedding, the marriage. Elvis had fulfilled his promise. He married Priscilla. He got her pregnant. They had a baby. And Priscilla Stanks was within 6 to 10 weeks of the baby Lisa Marie being born. She's with Steve Peck, the dance instructor, which means she may have been seeing Steve Peck, the dance instructor, through the pregnancy. So whilst Elvis was away making movies through the 60s, in 1968, Priscilla was secretly seeing Steve Peck, the dance instructor, who we now have found out that Steve Peck didn't have the guts to stand up for Priscilla against Elvis. And it's now rumored that she moved on to Mike Stone because he was a much more powerful man that had the guts to stand up to Elvis. So pretty atrocious, guys. Pretty atrocious. I'm going to read your comments, then I got to go, guys. So I know, pretty serious live stream. I don't always like these live streams because I get gutted myself. I get gutted myself. I love doing them with you guys, but the topic can be quite upsetting. Now, my next topic tomorrow is going to be, I found a topic I want to talk about. My next topic tomorrow is going to be about Vernon's will, Elvis's will, about Elvis Presley Enterprises. It's going to go into that in quite detail. Yeah. Did Priscilla alter the will? So was the will altered to include Priscilla? Vernon's will, Elvis's will, stuff like that. These are the things we're going to talk about tomorrow morning. Okay. So I'm going to go through your comments. It's going to be an interesting live stream tomorrow morning, guys. So, but we don't have time to do that now. Let's have a look. I'm going to go backwards because I don't have much time. Billy and Joe Smith have confirmed what Lisa said in her book, what they had seen too, and they back her. That's interesting. Elizabeth, Priscilla told Elvis that she was leaving him before midnight. Show on February the 23rd, 1972. Thank you, Vincenzo. Great info. I'm going to go backwards, guys, otherwise I'm never going to catch up. I heard that she told him before he had to go out on stage too, but that's just what I heard. I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's what Vincenzo's reply is. Let's have a look. Let's keep going. We need people to see exactly what sort of person Priscilla is and the lies that she spreads. Yeah, we do. Unfortunately, we do have to expose the wrongdoing of Priscilla. We do. And there's a lot. There's a lot, guys. But we do it in a professional way where we don't come across as haters. I really stress that, guys. So Elaine says, I'm glad the truth is emerging. This despicable woman. I'm glad that Lisa is speaking out on Behind the Grave. Yes, well, with the help of Riley. Riley is defending her mother. She is, because she finished the book. The book does the talking. The book does the talking. She kept Priscilla off the cover of the book for a reason, because it speaks, it talks. It's possible that she even married Marco and had the marriage certificate hidden. Yeah, I've heard this, that they may have had a secret marriage. Everything in the book, Elvis and Me, is a bunch of bullshit. I agree, Vincenzo, but there might be the odd bits that have some truth. Yeah, you know, but you know, You get the idea. The thing about Priscilla, it was always about financial gain and being in the spotlight, becoming famous, being a businesswoman. It was too much about that. And sex and men. And sex and men. Right, who in the right mind would believe Edwards would put this in his book? If it wasn't true, that would be the last thing anyone would ever want associated with it. I don't understand why he put it in the book, Joe and Judd. I don't understand why he put it in there, because I remember reading it in there in the 90s. Yeah, I read that book years ago. Was it? Yeah, I've got that book somewhere. I just can't find it. Yeah, so I've seen this new thing. I think Shauna was talking about it on Tenderly Elvis, where she's now trying to distance herself from the word Presley. She doesn't want to be called the ex-wife anymore. She doesn't want to be called Elvis's ex. She wants to be called Priscilla. And shall I tell you why? In my opinion, it's because Joel Weishankar and Elvis Presley Enterprises are saying to her, you can't use the name Presley anymore. You sold it. Because she sold it, didn't she, in 2004? Yeah, I actually found the document on Derby Shaw's Facebook page. Let me see if I can get it up for you guys. Let's get it. Now, we're going to talk about this tomorrow, but the document, so it's this document here, I think. You can freeze frame it if you want, guys. It's a bit blurry. This is the document that proves that she sold the name Presley and the name Gracelands. In connection with the acquisition of the Presley business, we entered into an agreement with Priscilla Presley, pursuant to which we acquired from Miss Presley all commercial rights held by her to use the name Presley. This is Bob Silliman. Yeah, when they were taking over Elvis Presley Enterprises around 2004, yeah? In connection with the use and exploitation of the assets acquired from the Promenade Trust, as well as all of Mrs. Presley's rights, if any, to the name Graceland. She sold the name Graceland to EPE and the name Presley, which is why Bridget Cruz and Priscilla are having a lawsuit, because Bridget Cruz is saying, well, you sold us the name, image, and likeness of Priscilla Presley, but you didn't own the name Presley. So you sold us something that you didn't own. She was entitled to sell the name Priscilla to Bridget Cruz, but she wasn't entitled to sell the name Presley. So this is part of the lawsuit with Bridget Cruz, the auctioneer, guys. Yeah, but we're going to go through all this tomorrow. Yeah. So let's just keep going. Elvis was never in a committed exclusive relationship with Priscilla Bueller until he had get engaged, and that's why he saw other women, and she knew that all along and accepted the situation. Right, I'm going to have to spin it through, guys, so I'll go in a minute. Priscilla Bueller lied, saying that she and Elvis did not consummate the love until the wedding night. We now know that it happened when she was 18. We've caught her lying, guys. We've proved the lies, yeah? Because Lisa Marie has said they had sex. Priscilla told her that they had sex when she was 18, not 21. So she's been lying to the world for 40 years. Even recently on the Piers Morgan show, she said it. There was no sex until we got married. We now know it's a pack of lies, yeah? And I think she even said it at the Sofia Coppola Priscilla screening of the film Priscilla, didn't she? There was a packed audience there. And I think when she was interviewed after, I think she even mentioned it then. I think, yeah? Unfortunately, unless other women come out and say Edward's essay, then nothing can be done because Lisa didn't take legal action later. I'm sure Scientology had a role in her not pursuing this. Okay, but I will say this, there is something that can be done. We can talk about it. regularly. Other Elvis channels can talk about it regularly. News companies, media companies, we can get it out there and cause a bit of an earthquake, try and get a reaction. So that is why we're called Defending Elvis Presley, because we're trying to get things at least listened to, We at least want it to get back to Priscilla, don't we? Or Michael Edwards. We at least want Michael Edwards and Priscilla to be worried what may happen. We at least want that, I think, just for the sake of poor Lisa Marie. I want justice for Lisa. That's Oliver, of course. Priscilla Bulow pressuring Elvis in Germany to have S. Well, we know that Elvis was always a good Christian and always was like, no, this ain't happening. He made sure that it never happened with an underage girl. This has been repeated again and again. I'm just right. Okay, guys. I'm just going to read the last few comments before I go. He cared so much about his fans that he would not consider even not going on. Yeah, that's true. He always put the fans first. Come on. He had a love affair with the fans, didn't he? He had a love affair with the fans. I get it. That was where his passions were. Anyway, guys, Pat, I'm really sorry because we're going now. But nice to see you, Pat. I'll be back on in the morning. So quite a serious topic. We're still demanding justice for Lisa Marie Presley. That is the point of this live stream. We demand justice for Lisa Marie Presley. We want the SA abuse allegations with Michael Edwards investigated. We know it's allegations. We want it investigated. That we don't want it swept under the rug, under the carpet. In case AM Vintage are with us, thank you for joining us. It's really, really kind of you, and we're big fans of your channel. AM Vintage, thank you for joining our channel. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry that it had to be such a serious topic. So bye, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Obviously, if you've enjoyed what I do, get us a coffee. Send us a super thank you. Click the thank you button on YouTube. Please become members. We're trying to build up the membership. It's only $1 a month. You can cancel at any time. Please subscribe. Please like. Thank you, Adam and Maria. Sorry that it was such a serious topic. We do have fun. Adam, Maria, we do have fun. We have a disco. If we ever do a disco, I'll invite you. We do a rock and roll disco. We go through all the movies and have a bit of fun. It isn't always serious. We can have a laugh and mess around. It isn't always defending Elvis. Sometimes we just have a bit of a laugh. We want to do a quiz show. We're going to do some quiz shows coming up. So we'll play some music and have some fun as well. So thanks, guys. I'm out of here. Big love to all of you. Quickly say goodbye to AM Vintage. If you don't mind, guys, say goodbye to Adam and Maria at AM Vintage. I highly recommend you guys subscribe to AM Vintage. Thanks, guys. We're out of here. I'll leave it going so you guys can quickly say goodbye to each other. Okay, guys? Take care. All the best. Thank you. Peace out.